Hey everyone, this is Patrice with the Positivity Corner, and I'm back with another video and another artist. It was a lot of people in that picture, isn't it? And they're all related, they're all a family. And I'm telling you, this is one of the best R&B family groups that ever came out. They, of course, are called the Sylvers. And there were 10 children. 9 of them, as you see in this picture, performed in the group at one point or another. And the oldest son, Leon, is one of the greatest R&B producers who had a spectacular run as a producer extraordinaire, primarily with Solar Records, which is that was Don Cornelius's record company at one point. Leon Sylvers should be up there with Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Quincy Jones, yada, yada, yada. He's a genius. I'm just saying. Guy's a genius. But he got his start, of course, as a member of the Sylvers, and that's how he developed his writing skills and production skills. As I said, they were a family out of Watts, which is, LA, California, Southern California. I don't usually talk about backgrounds, but I think this is really important. They had a really rough childhood. You can imagine growing up in the 50s and 60s, 10 kids, could not have been easy. But it was found early on that they had musical talent. And I think 4 of them started out as a group and eventually morphed into more members as the Sylvers. And that's primarily what we're going to talk about. They had some really good albums. I think like 2 or 3 really good albums. They are very fondly remembered by people who know their 70s music, R&B, because they were so damn good and their songs were so interesting musically and lyrically. Deep lyrics, some of them, deep as hell. And I always say on this channel, the family groups got the singing gene. Ooh, they harmonize something terrible. Their harmonies are exquisite, folks. I just wish that, they had a lot of personal and professional struggles and kind of imploded. It's a damn shame because they were so good. They were such a good group. If you don't know anything about the Sylvers, I would definitely recommend their first 2 albums because they're just wonderful. Wonderful stuff. I'm going to start with this one. And I think this is from 1972. Yeah, this is from 1972. I believe this is their first album that they had. It was their debut album. And this album was actually co-produced by Jerry Butler, who has already been on this channel, the legend. And it actually had 3 singles that were released. I'm gonna play 2 of them. I just think it's just a great album, especially for a debut album. I think my older sister bought it, if I remember correctly, and we just played it over and over again because we just thought it was great. This one is from 1972, The Sylvers, with a classic, an R&B classic. And this song is called Fool's Paradise.
Living your lives in a fool's paradise. And that's not for me, I tell you, yeah. Of high society. Living your lives in a fool's paradise. What can I do? I didn't make this world. I was only born. That's everybody's attitude. Whose life was torn. You make it, it's what the upper class make it seem to you. Come on, people, gather up your minds, cause this is what you wanna do. Living your lives in a fool's paradise. And that's not for me, I tell you, yeah. Of high society. Living your lives in a fool's paradise. It's part of growing up. A child shows much perception, but he's born the victim. Influenced by improvident go-getters who strives for more. More money, more power, more security. He stays so empty inside, so busy trying to get ahead, that he starts forgetting how to live, live, live. That he starts forgetting how to live, live, live. That he starts forgetting how to live, live, live. Except for in a fool's paradise. And that's not for me, I tell you, yeah. Of high society. Living your lives in a fool's paradise. Yes, whose life they're willing to lose, but never will they fight their own war.
Oh, yeah, that is an absolute classic, folks. 1972. The Sylvers, with, of course, a Leon Sylvers tune. He wrote it. Guy's a genius. Seriously. And it's called Fool's Paradise. So that's from their debut album. One thing I will say, because they were compared a lot to the Jackson 5, right? They're different. They're totally different. First of all, at this point, the Jacksons were not writing their own material, I believe. They didn't have a Leon, right? They had Michael, who is known, of course, as a consummate performer, but he wasn't really writing the songs. The Sylvers, they had Leon. Leon also played the bass. And he was in his 20s when he was writing this stuff. And if you listen to those lyrics, take a look at those lyrics. They are deep. Wow. It's just a great, great song. Good stuff. Kudos to you, Leon Sylvers, for writing that jam. As always, this is Patrice with the Positivity Corner. Please like, click, share, subscribe, join the party, and just click that button if you want more content. I will be back. I'm going to play a couple more by this iconic group because they really are. They really are legendary. They don't get their props as far as I'm concerned in the R&B canon. They just don't, and I don't know why, because they were great. I'm going to play a couple more from the Sylvers. Take care, everybody.